Here's a big story that isn't getting the attention it deserves. Law News reports here. President-elect Donald Trump settled 3 contentious fraud lawsuits for $25 million. Of course, he went on Twitter to make a statement about this because he's a grown-ass man who makes statements about this stuff on Twitter. He said, "I settled the Trump University lawsuit for a small fraction of the potential award because as president, I have to focus on our country. The only bad thing about winning the presidency is that I did not have the time to go through a long but winning trial on Trump University. Too bad." That's such a Trump tweet. So this is obviously hilarious for multiple reasons. He said repeatedly during the primary and at other times, "I never settle. I never settle lawsuits because I always win lawsuits because I'm tremendous. Believe me, I'm always right. Let me just tell you." Well, it turns out, no, he does settle. And I like just the lie that's coming out of this too. I never settle, but then you just settled. But then there's also like 913 cases beforehand that you settled, even though you say you didn't settle and you don't settle. And here's what you don't do if you actually didn't do it. Settle. Like, I know he's saying, no, it's because I'm president and all this. Dude, he's got, over 4,000? He's been involved in over 4,000 lawsuits. There was that report from the Washington Post. And even right now, he has multiple lawsuits going on. So, weird. Some of them you didn't settle. This one you are settling. It's almost like in some of the other cases, you actually have an argument. And in this case, you don't have an argument. So you said, all right, what can I do to make this go away? Let's sit down and have a conversation. And the result of that conversation was, look, best thing to do is just settle. I mean, this is what his lawyers probably told him. Like, dude, look, if you take this any further, it's going to go to court, and then all the facts are going to come out about what you actually did. There's a good chance you're going to lose, so just settle it now. So I need you to stop and think about this. The person who was just elected president of the United States of America is basically admitting here, yeah, I did fraud. People don't know all the details of what happened with Trump University, but it was fucking amazing. I mean, it's mind-blowing how brazen of a scam it was. I mean, you're talking about a person who, first of all, he promised to be there at all the different courses. He wasn't. In fact, at the end of some of the courses, they had the students take pictures with cardboard cutouts of Trump. I mean, how ridiculous is that? He also hired people who had already gone to prison because they were con artists. So he hired known con artists to do this. And it was the classic techniques. One of them is called upselling. So you have these people pay money to come see you and to come to your goofy ass course. And then during the course, they say, oh, look, here's the thing. I know we said we were going to give you all of the important Trump secrets, but what you really have to do is buy the next level package up. And then if you do that, you'll be able to get the real Trump secrets. So they bang them out up front for however much it was, and then they try to get them for thousands more. And a lot of reports said they actually specifically focused on, like, the elderly, for example, people who they thought were suckers. So this is the next president of the United States of America. Now, again, this is not to say, and I need everybody to understand this is not to say that, oh, Hillary was blameless and it would have been wonderful if she was in there. Of course not. Fuck Hillary Clinton, too. But there is something to be said about the fact that this guy just paid $25 million to settle a fraud lawsuit. Could you imagine for just a split second? Obama, in 2008, had to settle a fraud lawsuit. He had to pay out millions of dollars because he had a shady past with shady scam businesses. First of all, the right would never let that go, and they would have tanked him on that alone. But the Democrats are weak-ass bitches, so they don't even know how to make a coherent argument against Trump when it's clear he committed fraud. How bad of a party are the Democrats that they can't pounce on this? And this guy beat the Democratic candidate. I mean, they handed the Democrats a gift. All you needed was a semi-competent campaign strategist, and Hillary Clinton would have beaten Donald Trump easy. But no. And I mean, look, even if you had Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump, he didn't even need to run a good campaign. He would have won anyway. So what a sad state of affairs, man. I mean, the next president of the United States of America committed fraud. Wonderful.